Hello to everyone on YouTube. Hold on, I'm also live on IG as well, but having an issue. Okay, so hello everyone, it's Makeda Valletta, also known as the Body Scientist. And right now I'm currently live on YouTube and live on IG. So if you are on IG and you don't follow me on YouTube, be sure to follow me on YouTube at the Body Scientist 81. And if you're on YouTube and you don't follow me on IG, be sure to follow me on IG at the_body_scientist, because I don't always post the same things on both channels. So follow me in both places. I hope you all are doing well today. In case you're not familiar with me, I have a background in exercise and sports science and nutrition science. And I've committed my life to studying all the ways that we can take our body to its highest level and its healthiest place. And I have a background in science, but I really believe in traditional ways. Nothing is more accurate, or whatever. What I'm trying to say. Nothing is more accurate than the test of time. What has shown to work over generations in different parts of the world. So today I want to talk to you about castor oil. Okay, no matter, when I speak to people, I don't care where they're from in the world, whether they're American, whether they're Asian, whether they're African. People have told me that their parents gave them castor oil when they were a kid. If you were somebody who was given castor oil as a kid, please share that on my YouTube channel. I love the comments because we all learn from each other's collective comments, and you start to realize how common certain practices are around the world. People were not foolish. You know, there's a reason why people all around the world consume castor oil and gave it to their children. So for those of you who follow me, you know that I love to talk about fat, okay? I love, talking about fats that you put on your skin and fats that you eat, because fats are so important. They have so many important purposes in the body. And when it comes to being healthier or solving health problems, fats have a lot to do with it. So today I want to talk about castor oil. Castor oil. And I was introduced to the magical properties of castor oil from a woman named Pakazani, also known as Indigimama. She is what I call a womb chiropractor out in Los Angeles. And she teaches traditional Mexican ways of caring for the womb. And castor oil packs are something that is really, really beneficial for any woman who's dealing with fibroids or cysts, any kind of inflammation, abdominal surgery, whether it be C-sections or any other kind of abdominal surgery, to break down the scar tissue, because scar tissue is not good. Scar tissue can pull other organs towards it and take things out of whack. So you want to break up scar tissue, and this can be used anywhere in the body to break up scar tissue, but I'm just talking about how it pertains to womb health. Castor oil is very high in linoleic acid. When we hear about fats, there's different kinds of fats and different kinds of fatty acids, and they have different properties. That's the reason why the properties in coconut oil is not the same as the properties in olive oil, is not the same as the properties in shea butter. All fats consist of different kinds of fatty acids. It could be palmitic acid, oleic acid, stearic acid, linoleic acid. So it can be those different things. Castor oil is very high in linoleic acid, which is, I don't know where else you would find that fat, but it's that acid, but it's very high. It's about 80% of castor oil. And it has the ability, because of its molecular weight, the way it's different than other fats is it has the ability to penetrate deep into our skin, to deeper layers, deep into our skin and into our organs. Castor oil helps to increase the lymph flow in our body, okay? And lymph is what our body's natural detoxification process is. Unlike blood, which the heart pumps blood, lymph only moves from us moving, massage, stuff like that. But it's really important to get your lymph moving for your health and so your body can cleanse. So castor oil helps to stimulate your lymph. It also helps to stimulate your T cells and your immune system, okay? And it helps to break up foreign tissues. So this is where the scar tissues and the cyst and the fibroids and any little things like that, you definitely want to use castor oil. It's also very good for people who have constipation issues. If somebody's having issues with constipation, because and you can take it like a spoonful, or you could do a castor oil pack, because it helps the smooth muscles contract. The smooth muscles in our body, it helps them contract, and our whole entire intestines is made of smooth muscle. Let me just look at my notes so I can be sure that I say everything that I want to say. So castor oil stimulates the immune system. It helps to break down foreign tissue. It helps to stimulate our lymph. It moves things out of our bodies that have been there for ages. Okay, so to me, it's a very important step in the detoxification process. So people who need to detoxify their liver and detoxify certain organs, you definitely want to put a castor oil pack over that. Putting a castor oil pack over your liver is very, 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 very good idea, especially if you have any kind of liver issues, or even to prevent having liver issues. So the way you make a castor oil pack, so I'm going to show you mine. I don't want to take this out because it's going to be all greasy, but I will. So I have this glass jar, and I have like a cotton t-shirt type material. You want to use like a cotton flannel or wool, white, no dyes, right? Because you don't want the dyes leaching. And you saturate the fabric in castor oil, right? So I might have done it in a bowl, because when the fabric was dry, and I saturated it in castor oil. And then I keep it in here because you can use it several times. But you want it to be like, and there's lots of videos on YouTube of how to make a castor oil pack. This video is not really about how to make a castor oil pack, so I'm giving you a brief instruction, but you can find out step by step if you want. So you want to have like 2 or 3 layers of the fabric, right? So I don't know if how well you can see this on here. Okay, this is pretty thick. It's about 2 or 3 layers. It's thick fabric, saturated in castor oil. So what I do with this is I take this and I place it on my womb. So from like at least my navel down to my pubic bone. Actually, this one comes up a little higher into my intestines, all the way down to my pubic bone, right? And you can even add extra castor oil, because like each time, you might drain some, so you add some extra to the fabric. You want to drain off any additional oil, like I'm squeezing. I don't know how well you can see this with this video, but any additional oil you want to squeeze out, but you want to make sure it's definitely saturated. Sometimes I might put a little bit of oil on that area, then put the castor oil pack, then you put like a hot water bottle or a heating pad over it. Some people talk about putting plastic over it. I personally, castor oil is also very good for your hair. So I'm going to rub it into my hair. It's very good for your hair, keeping it thick and deeply moisturized. But so when you put the hot water bottle on it, yeah, some people put plastic over the castor oil pack. I don't do that because I don't want plastic leaching into my body. But a lot of people do put plastic over it to avoid the hot water bottle or whatever heat source you're using from getting greasy. But I don't really care about that. I just wash the oil off. So when I do my castor oil packs, I tend to do them after my nani steams, yoni steams, vaginal steams, which I also have videos about that, where women do vaginal steams with herbs and hot water. So I tend to do my vaginal steam first. Then I'll do the castor oil pack, and I'll take the pot that's still kind of pretty hot, and I'll like sit on top of my stomach. That's just what I do, right? I'll sit it, and that's what I use for my heat source. And I laid it for an hour. It always puts me to sleep. It knocks me out. You might want to, my method may not always be the best for people, because if you fall asleep, you might spill it on yourself, which happened to me like once or twice. It doesn't happen often. But you could take a hot water bottle. You want something with a heat source, and you want to leave it there for like at least an hour to 90 minutes. And you will feel the oil penetrating deeply into your body, okay? And so it's good for women to do for womb health, just overall womb health, but it's definitely good if a woman is dealing with any kind of cysts, fibroids, any kind of blockages, scar tissue, abdominal surgery. It's good for the thickness, of our hair, keeping our hair healthy. If you have dry hair or dandruff, it's good to use on the skin, even though it's a bit thick to me, so I don't tend to put castor oil directly on my skin too much, but do use it in my hair. The castor oil packs are also good for people who have arthritis, any kind of like bone issues. I actually learned recently that it helps to heal bones. There was somebody I know that told me, I think she broke a bone and put a castor oil pack on it, and I had never heard that, and I went and researched it and found a lot on that. But if you have arthritis or pain in your bones, doing a castor oil pack around that joints, and even with that, you might want to use plastic because you might want to leave it there for hours. And I'm trying to find an alternative to plastic, but you can create like a poultice with it. And I see my laptop's about to die. Okay, let me hurry up. So it's really good for people who have joint pains or arthritis, elderly people. Good for people if you have any kind of bowel issues, people with constipation. There are a lot of women who've had hysterectomies, and now they have bowel issues because their intestines are falling and they're twisted and they're having digestive issues. Castor oil pack, castor oil pack, castor oil pack. If you want to increase the circulation someplace, and you want to increase the lymph, and you want to increase the immune system, the healing, the clearing out of that area, you definitely want to use castor oil. Castor oil is also used for getting rid of moles and things of that nature. Real quick. Oh yes, it also helps to reduce inflammation, because when we take omega-3 fats, one reason why omega-3s are so important, and I tell people they should take olive oil, is because the omega-3 fats are potent anti-inflammatories, okay? So they're better than the commercial over-the-counter anti-inflammatories, which cause all kinds of problems and prevent your body from healing. Castor oil, actually, it is very similar to the anti-inflammatory, the natural anti-inflammatory prostaglandins that our body produces, the E3, which is also what you get from taking omega-3s. Also, castor oil is the same thing. So that's the reason why if you have inflammation any place, you definitely want to put a castor oil pack on it. Castor oil packs, different people have different rules the way I learned, and I think it depends on what you're using it for. And I will do a more in-depth video on this because my laptop's about to die anyway. But using it for womb health, I would do 3 days on, 4 days off with the castor oil packs, okay? And then this book, I just recently discovered this book. This is The Oil That Heals. It's a book, A Physician's Success with Castor Oil Treatments. And it's written by medical doctor William McGarry. And it's very interesting because there's some things in this book. I read like probably half of this book yesterday, where it's talking about using castor oil packs along with olive oil, with ingesting olive oil and how they work synergistically together, which I found very interesting. And I will get more into that. I'm actually creating, I talked about this in the end of last year, that I was creating an OnlyFans page for this content, but I'm actually going to do it on Patreon instead. I'm still working on it on the back end. I may put the more in-depth videos over there, and I will let you guys know when I do. But this book is very interesting because it actually talks about the use of castor oil in pregnancy to help prevent preterm labor, which I've never heard. I've heard of people using castor oil to induce labor because it makes the smooth muscles contract, which is our uterus and our whole digestive tract. But there's some very interesting things in this book that I'm still studying. If anybody has any experiences with castor oil, please share it on my YouTube video, whether it be internal or external. Tell me where you're from in the world. Also, this is some ginger rose infused castor oil that I am making and selling. I think the price of this is $12, I believe. This is 7 ounces. You can also make ginger rose infused castor oil yourself. And I left some of the ginger and rose on the bottom. The way that I would recommend using this, whether using it for your hair or whether using it for castor oil packs, is, you know, I like to warm it up. So I'll sit this on the radiator. It's winter where I live, so we have heat. So I'll sit it on the radiator or in front of some heat. You don't have to. Or sit it in a pot of hot water. You don't have to, but warm it up because it's more effective when it's warm. And I'll put it in my hair like that, or I will warm it before I put it on my castor oil pack as well. And so, what was I gonna say? And yeah, and the more you warm it, the ginger and the roses in here continues to infuse, even though it's already infused. And the ginger is good because ginger also really is very, very good at increasing the circulation of blood in our body. And ginger has a serious affinity for our reproductive and digestive tract. So ginger and castor oil work very synergistically to even help penetrate and get that circulation even more. And then rose is an antiseptic. Rose sends love to your body, to your energy fields. Okay, so ginger rose castor oil. Okay, there's 7 ounces of it. If you would like to order it, email me directly at thebodyscientist81 at gmail.com, or hit me on YouTube. Not YouTube, IG. Okay, be sure to follow me on IG at the body_scientist. I don't want my laptop to run out, and I have other things to do, so I'm gonna cut this video short. And if there are things that I need to add, I will do another video. Let me just look real quick. It also helps to eliminate more efficiently during the menstrual cycle. So for women who are having menstrual problems, it's also good because our menstrual cycle is also a time to eliminate. And so when you do castor oil packs for womb health, when our menstrual cycles come, it's more efficient at eliminating and getting old blood out and stuff like that. For women who are going through menopause, it's important because when you're no longer menstruating, you don't have that monthly way of detoxing your body. So the castor oil packs become even more important when you're postmenopausal to help get things moving and get it out. Okay, and it's indigenous to the southeastern Mediterranean region, Eastern Africa, and India, but today it's widespread throughout the tropical regions. And traditional Ayurvedic medicine considers castor oil the king of medicines for curing arthritic diseases, used internally as a laxative. These things I told you. It's a strong purgative, okay? And so castor oil must be in your life, okay? Infections, bad lesions, deep healing, circulation, lymph, immune system, breaking down scar tissue and foreign tissues in bodies. Castor oil, castor oil, castor oil, okay? So I hope you learned something from this. If you did, please share the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube page. And please leave any comments that you may have about your use of castor oil, your family's use of it, because sharing is caring. Okay, have a good day, people. Bye.